I'd like to now introduce Dr. Dafoe, who's the wife of Dr. Ron Davis, and she's been instrumental in getting us together as a group, talking about research ideas. She works in the behind the scenes, helping to keep this all moving together, because she has, and Ron have, a very, very sick son, Whitney Dafoe. He has been, I'll leave the story for Janet to tell, but he's actually the sickest person I've ever seen with any disease, anywhere, at any time. And I commend these parents for being wonderful, not only caregivers, but helping us find answers for millions because of their own struggle. So without further ado, here's Janet Dafoe.
Hi, thank you for coming. And I want to acknowledge my sister-in-law and my niece who drove up here to support us all, Veronica and Miranda, right there. That's the whole one up.
Can somebody else hold your picture for you?
Is this on?
Yeah, you just have to hold it really close to your mouth.
Okay, so this is my baby boy right here. He's so beautiful. Look at him. He's an amazing man. And he doesn't look like this anymore. He was so active. He was so wise. He was so compassionate and creative. And he was a beautiful photographer. He traveled. And he's a very deep and thoughtful person who wanted to make a difference in the world. Mostly for the environment. And he worked for Obama. And he's just an amazing man. And I mean, you can see this. This is him in the Himalayas. So now, somebody would take the top photograph. This is him now. Sorry. So I take care of him every day. He can't stand anyone in his room except his father or me. He can't talk. He can't type. He can't use any electronics. He can't communicate. He can't watch TV. He can't listen to music. He can't get up out of his bed. He can't lift up a paper towel. He can't fix the covers over his body. He can't look at me. He can't allow us to touch him. He's so sensitive and so weak and so sick. He's in pain all the time. He can't eat. This is what this disease can do to people. It can take everything away from you. So I sit by his bed and look at him and take care of him. And I understand that this is a disease. This is not somebody who is wanting to avoid society and get disability checks. So then I walk into the other room and I see my husband, who's this amazing scientist who's read the entire literature about CFS, who works with Laurel Crosby and a wonderful team of Nobel Prize winners and National Academy of scientists who are the best, most bright, amazing people in the country who really want to figure this out. And number one, he can't get enough money to do it. So I'm looking at this sick kid. I know that there are millions of people like him. I know that there are people who can fix it, who can figure it out in not that long of a time, and they are not getting funding. What do we need? Government funding! This needs to stop. We need government funding. We need people to realize this is real. Don't anybody ever tell me again that this isn't real. We had a surgeon tell us that he needed intensive psychiatric intervention. And he wouldn't. Do we need intensive psychiatric intervention?
No!
Do we need government funding?
Yes!
So we have wonderful Linda Tannenbaum, who is just busting her butt to raise money so that Ron can do this research with his team, and they are able to do some research that's making a big lot of inroads, but it's not enough, and it's not fast enough. And the juxtaposition of me looking at my sick son and me looking at my incredible scientist husband and listening to all their ideas of what they could do if they had government funding. It just makes me feel like I'm in some kind of crazy surrealistic movie in some alternative universe. This is the United States of America. The NIH is supposed to take care of all its citizens. Their responsibility is to all sick people for all diseases, not just the ones that are in their favorite categories. So I just want to know what you think we need.
Government funding!
And this is for everybody, not just my son, all the millions of people that are suffering for this. So thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate all of you, and I'm so sorry for those of you who are sick. And so we are going to get what?
Government funding!